Vinegar Omoe and Criminal, two people were created in cooperation. Let's unravel the awesome trick. Keyboards Kun was in his study classroom last night. Slip saw a figure. Was a dream out of the window. She holds a black case. F was heading to the Five Monkeys hangar. And when she got on the hangar, she gave me a black case from the ventilating window in the toilet. Musics. The person who received it is the culprit of this case. Masu range that had been confined to the corner tower. This toilet I had afloat in Yamsan. That the weapon is a cross issue of the assembly type that has been in research in the classrooms. Chunchin. Musics. The culprit was planning to challenge the battle that involved himself with this cross 4. Around the time the culprit was after a while crossbows. Next, Haruma is headed to the hangar to rescue detainee who had beaten captive. After defeating the banner, she was about to rush into the hangar by herself. The only storage box you can enter in if there is an electronic barrier. However, Mr. Chunkawa uses electronic hammer to burst the electronic barrier in an unexpected way. Did it. I got into the gap where I turned off the function with an electro hammer. Using the fact that page barriers are invalid for avenue monkeys, I tried to rush Rodera to write harshly that just at that time the huge curtain confronted the criminal in the hangar. Musics. The culprit was going to fight back with a crossbow aiming at the time when the great act came to see the appearance. But the criminal did not have murderous intent. It would have been only good or 7 mouth faces also to outline. Musics. That is why the house that the criminal hid stuck in the red arm of the Great Curtain. We should aim at if slander going around in earnest. It was because it was possible to surprise. I am eating the crossbow house, but the culprit is game-like texture. If Misera Chance towards the large curtain might become summoned F5 monkeys on the remote control. And the two became engaged, but then an unexpected situation occurred. Musics. I came to in the F5 monkey hangar if the shutter is opened. I was also surprised at the large amount once it suddenly appeared if I was not manipulated by myself. Musics. He instantly took out the remote control and tried to control that giant monkey. Ah! Musics. Struck crossbow Chunchin, who jumped from the harsh to the cockpit of the over to Oma Mr. It was. That house hit the back of the Great Curtain. Moreover, umbrella the house is such just a house. In that house I was in my research classroom. About 100% fatality rate excluding an soil reagent was painted. Mr. Chunkawa seems to have intentionally killed him because it washes in for the Great Curtain. Having it has been attacked in such a poison work well I did not try to talk. The purchased hair mother set the cue twice after class again so as to prick him. I got the trigger. But next moment an unexpected thing happened to Mr. Chunkawa. Musics. Cute theoretical biting only culprit that did not want to be the murderer of Chunchins. I got a poisonous arrow on my left arm. Musics. Haru mother is in my research classroom. Immediately remember the antidote jumped out to each his aged mother. Musics. Slowly Amos lethal yak around to the remaining two of the body. A certain death was about to come. But in the context of this desperate situation, Daimeku's eye had come up. The second one to win the game when even using this accident. Winning Small Russia is winning the monkey. That was the true purpose of Okama-kun. That was why he bothered the mastermind. Musics. And the shutter was shut down when the battle was hard. I made it impossible to get inside even if Mr. Chunkawa comes back. That's it. It was the beginning of the last lie of the great act. Musics. Sometimes Chunchins came back to hand the antidote standing and no longer put in the Takerog. So she turned around next to the hangar, called the criminal to the toilet from the ventilation window to pass the antidote. But the scan of the antidote is in the hands of Vinegar One and Criminal. Let's get deprived of the battle soon. It was drunk by the curtain in front of their two eyes. Haruka should have been pretty upset looking at it. Was on antidote 1 only. And she is due to my poisonous arrow. I thought that the criminal would die. But that is one of Oma's lies. He just pretended to take an antidote. Attempting to enter into the Weta hangar is then much more as I tried destroying the operation panel though. Musics. After all, it cannot open the shutter again and eventually it is only lost 10 after the storm minutes. Musics. Immediately after Mr. Chunkawa left the hangar, the captain pulled out a certain weapon. Musics. Edge that can block any communication within 50 meters diameter for about 2 hours. Elephant feces bomb. Big start it is to use E-bomb. I tried to talk about monkey surveillance. It does after just not made the Arakuda Bombar. I guess it was because of that from the beginning. And Idozo start Arakuda Bomba music has given the perpetrator an antidote. Musics. And let's have an antidote. The captain asked the criminal to cooperate with the plan. Musics. Mr. Okama's lies thought it is impossible to realize without a criminal. Selling. Musics. If you are a usual culprit, I definitely would not have taken such a suggestion. I will. I had to accept the other of the real. There is also life. Or asked Savoy. Rather than say with your Kano, it was like a startle with life. Thus they are also different from accomplices and will have a cooperative relationship out of common sense. Two people had to be done to prepare in a hurry. It is because all the plans are wasted if the great act dies with the torture site rigged. The culprit. When you have carried out the field work in the toilet, there is a large curtain that lay on the floor until the press. Musics. Otani continues from the entrance of the toilet until the Muna blood trace like dragged was left. Musics. And the great act supported by the criminal if you stand in front of the float's control panel. From there, two people finally took the finish of a lie that is out of common sense. While installing a video camera near the operating panel, where the large sums are swaying. Musics. Half-long brother was lying on the back of the press machine. It looks like wearing a coat without going through both arms on it. And the banner presses the switch of the press machine and the playback button of the video camera at the same time. Musics. Touching above the criminal, the moon slowly comes down. That sight was put in a video camera. Originally, there are safety devices in the press machine. It had been disabled also in the select bomb effect. Musics. As it further press was down by provisions. The moment when the appearance of the criminal disappeared from the view of the camera. The battle pressed the forced stop button of the press and the pause button of the video camera at the same time. Musics. And at that timing the two switched and replaced their respective roles. Musics. When the victims who will be killed in the future and the criminals who will kill from now. And the culprit who was the victim until a while ago moved the breath machine and the video camera again. This is a trick established by the cooperation of the victim and the criminal. For this reason, the captain saved the criminal life. Even if I die, to win this child Russia. Do it. Large curtain was killed press in a press. The image is applied to the video camera. The left of the criminal's clothing, because it was sometimes harried from the press machine, as the criminal was the victim's. Video gan that looks like. And when the criminal who became single collects the video camera containing the video. Musics. I cut off the power cord of the press machine and made the press machine never move again. Who is the subject who is blessed? I cannot confirm it. The aim of using 9 seconds for killing is not to hide the victims. It was to make it impossible to judge the victim and make it impossible for anyone to know what they were doing. Murder, even a monkey does not know the criminal. That's it. Ama was the purpose of the lie thought by you. The culprit went to flow to the toilet bowl, appear of the same film, and return again to the toilet. Few the figure that is woven to the last rune had harsh storage warehouse. Hold your breath and wait peacefully. And it appeared in class trial pretending to be a big deal. Mama's follows will be succeeded in various fair tortoise shells to defeat the masterminds of career in classrooms. But the whole picture of the offender unknown trick was created by two people of these large true kun and criminal musics. Range on Enig monkey that is a You are a kid. Luxury space field. What is high?